This lesson will be on users, groups, roles, and SSO. Starting from the landing page on the dashboard, we're going to navigate to the login management section. The first thing we're going to cover is how to add a new user to the CyberQB dashboard. There's a few different ways that you could do this. The first is on a one-off basis. So from the login management page, we're going to want to click Add New Login and then click Create. From here, we're going to start by putting in a first name, last name, and email address. After you fill in the first name, last name, and email address, you're going to need to select a login role for that specific user. Now in this lesson, we're not going to go through what each user can and can't do. You'll get a basic idea based off the checkboxes on each of the respective columns. If you're looking for a full list of what each user can and can't do, you're going to want to check out our knowledge base article, how to set up dashboard logins. So here, we'll give you a breakdown by subscription type on what each user can and can't do inside of the CyberQB dashboard. The one thing to take note of is that both the super and manager role will be able to access all customers. If you're looking to limit what customers a person has access to, you're going to need to select the engineer or help desk role. Once you select one of those, you'll get this new customer access section that opens up below. You can either select full customer access, where they'll be able to access every customer, or you'll have a list of all your customers populated in the list, and if you're looking to give them access to only a specific customer or customers, you could do so. This way, if you have your technicians working in pods where they all have their own assigned customers, you can set it so that they'll only be able to access their set of customers. Additionally, this is the way that you'd set up a co-managed user inside of the dashboard. So if you have a client with their own on-site IT staff and you're looking to give them access to the dashboard here, but only their specific customer, you have the ability to grant them that access. We'll just set this user as a manager and then click Save. Up top, you'll see the new login has been successfully created. Now that user that you just added will receive this new welcome email, letting them know that they've been invited to that CyberQB tenant. From here, all they have to do is click Set Up Account. They'll be prompted to set up their password as well as an MFA, and then they'll be able to log into the dashboard. Do take note that this link expires in 24 hours. No problem though. If your team member missed that invite, you could always just come back into the dashboard and resend that email invite to them. Now, the second method to add users to the dashboard is via a CSV upload. So here, you'd browse to a CSV and you could upload multiple users at once. To find out the formatting on what the CSV should be, again, you'll want to look in the knowledge base, and here I have an article on how to bulk import dashboard logins. So you could download the template from our knowledge base, or you can simply just look at the column header names here and set them up accordingly in your own CSV file. Next, we're going to talk about login groups. We have the ability to create groups that will contain different users in them. This will be used in different areas of the dashboard where you can limit access to what certain people can and can't do. So to set up a login group, what we're going to do is click Configuration, go down to Group Management, and then from here, you'll see I don't have any groups currently created. So we're going to go ahead and click Add New Group. We're going to put display name. So maybe you want to create a group of all your level 1 technicians. In this case, we only have one user, so we're going to want to go ahead and select that user and click Add. And now you'll see that we have that group created. Logins do have the ability to be part of more than one group. So if I go ahead and click Add New Group again, and then put in a new display name, let's say this is for my team leads, you'll notice that I have that same user as I previously had. So with this, you can really get creative on how you're setting up these groups. CyberQB also has the ability to set login by SSO using any SAML provider. To set that up, you're just going to go to Configuration, Authentication Options, and then down here, you'll enable SAML SSO. Now, we're not going to go through the entire process in this lesson on how to enable this, but again, just being aware of where this is located. And then inside of the knowledge base, if you just search for SSO, you'll see that we have various different articles on how to set up logins for different providers such as Duo, Okta, Google Workspace, Azure, Jump Cloud. Even if we don't have a knowledge base article for it, you could use any SAML provider. Now, if you're ever in a scenario where you need to change the user's details, you could simply click the 3-dot menu, click Edit User Permissions. Here you could update both their first name, last name, or email address, or change the permission level on what they have access to inside of the dashboard. And that concludes the lesson on users, groups, roles, and SSO.